if you don't understand these terms, we can't go ahead. So how much sales happened, so these things we need to first of all know, like basic things. These are the basic things. So if you start any business, so what are the things we should know? So like we need to take one, like building, so for rent purpose, and we need some employees, so we need some stocks, so we need to buy stocks, we need some investment. So these are the, that is known as a capital. So these are the different terms we have. So we need to understand each and every term so that we can easily understand and we can go ahead, so without facing any problem. So that are the comes under the use case and user story. Use case and user story nothing but, so like use case nothing but for which purpose you are creating the model is nothing but use case, and what is your user story is nothing but what are the things you are calculating in that use case. If you are taking if you are consider we are starting level 1 like level 1 model building, so then we are considering financial planning analysis model. What are the reports we need to prepare under the financial model? So what are the report? Already just now we have discussed expenses reports, employee expenses reports, non-employee expenses report, profit and loss report, variance report. So these are like sales report and price and cost assumption reports, and how sales are impacting the margin and revenue, profit and loss. These type of reports we prepare generally. So these reports we should understand, so then only we can go ahead. So these are the basic things, like yes, yes, are you saying something? So please try to keep mute. So you can see first you can, please try to keep mute. Please try to keep mute. So here, before starting our Anaplan model building, we should design the model. So we should design the model. Then according to that designing, whenever if you construct any building, so or if you construct any product or anything, so what will you do? Basically, directly do we prepare that any product? Any product, if you consider any bike or car or any building, so before going to build, what will you do generally? We design that product. So after designing, then what happened? We plan. First of all, we design and we plan, and then we instruct. We follow that instruction whatever we have earlier we have discussed in the planning and designing process. So that is the major thing. So here also, before going to build a model, we need to design the model. So you can see in designing what are the things. Designing purpose, we need to gather the information from end user. What are the end user? What are the reports end user expecting? So what is the problem they are facing end user? So by using Anaplan, what we are solving their problem. These type of problems we need to understand. Then by using Anaplan, how we are solving their problem. So this is a pain point. Generally they will ask what is the use case and whenever the interviewer asks what is the use case and user story, even at that time that question they will ask even different way. What is use case and user stories? They will ask sometime what is the pain point which you solve of end users. So this same question they will ask in this way as well. Then what is the pain point generally in financial planning? So they basically, like we are in financial planning, we are doing forecast on the base of past revenue and past sales and past profit and loss. We are giving forecasting for the current and future year, so that what they can analyze, they will understand that yes, we are decreasing our revenue in this month, we are increasing revenue in this month. So they can understand what is going to happen in the future. For that purpose, so by analyzing that reports, by providing future reports to the end user, by analyzing that report, they can take effective decision to avoid that losses and where they are lagging and how how should they improve their business. If they want to increase revenue, what should they do, how we can improve the revenue, how we can improve the sales. This type of decisions they can take effectively if they have future reports. So that is the reason we provide this one. If you don't have any future report, what will they do? Can they take effective decision to improve future? If they don't understand what are the problems they are facing in the, if you know, for example, while going somewhere, you know, so that road is not proper or something, if you understand the problems of that route or something, will you go same route or will you avoid that route if you have problem? Yes. If you know earlier, will you go same route still? Are you there, everyone? If you know, yes.
If we know the route is correct, then we use that route. If we know there is something that problem with that route, we change the route.
Yes, so that is the thing. So in same way, if you know earlier, advance only, in advance, if you know the what are the problems we are going to face in future, so easily we can overcome that problems. So if you don't know, suddenly if you face the problem, what happened? So if you know advance, you can take the precautions. So if you know, like, by going outside, if you are feel it is going to be rain, so in that scenario, what will you do? You can take precautions and something, and by wearing raincoat, you can go outside, and without facing any problem, you can return to home. If you don't know, suddenly if you went outside, so suddenly if it is raining, in that scenario, 100% will face the problem. So anyway, like this is a major, like you should understand, you should provide the future reports for the end users. So by analyzing the future reports in advance, they will take the quick actions. So this is a major pain points. So in financial planning process, so if they want to reach certain goals, they will set some goals. We should reach 100 crore turnover revenue, and we should get the 50 crore profit each and every month or each and every year. So if they want to reach that one, every month how much sales they should do, how much revenue they should get. So these are the things they will like decide, and they will define according to their target. They will take each and every month, we should do this much sales, this much revenue we should get to reach our targets, financial goals. So these are the things they can effectively take, so that they can reach their financial goals, whatever they are expecting. For this year, we should get turnover 100 crores or 200 crores, whatever it. So in this way, they can take effective decision by providing this, by analyzing these reports. Is it clear? Yes.
Yes.
Fine. Alam, where is this Hafiz and Feroz and Kavya? I couldn't see.
Well, he said he will join, but he
What
doesn't
about
join.
what about Kavya?
I will call to her copy.
Okay, fine. So we can see here. So like what is the designing means, like before going to start a building the model, we should design the model. How we will design, we can see here.
A lot of focus goes into how to build an Anaplan model, but equally important is how to design it. So, you have your new model concept, and you define what applications or processes the model will perform. Now it's time to start designing how the model will actually work. Where do you begin? You remember the model building blocks, right? The central library, the engine, and the user experience? The natural inclination is to design the same way you build, by starting with the lists, which contain the data you will use, then moving to building out the modules in the engine, and finishing with the end user experience.
So generally what will you do while building the model? We should create the list, versions, time, and then we'll create the modules, input modules, output module, calculation module, and then we'll prepare the UX pages. So this is the model building flow, but designing flow will be opposite to the this building flow. We can see here designing flow.
The problem with designing this way is people often get lost as they go because they had no destination in mind. It's like taking a trip without knowing exactly where you are going. Sure, you can head in the general direction and you might end up in the right city. It might be a fun way to travel, but it is not an efficient way to build a model.
So if you don't, if without knowing target, so if you are going taking trip, so it will be difficult. So that is the reason we should know target, then according to reach target we should follow the instruction. That will be effective method. So that is the reason we should know the what are the reports we need to prepare, output like UX pages to fulfill our reports, to fulfill our end user requirements. We should design, we should build the list modules and everything. Then we can build the proper reports. If we don't know what are the reports we need, so if without knowing the outputs what we need, so if you try to build list or module, what happened, you may take prepare different modules, you whatever we don't require exactly. So this may happen. So that is the reason we should design the model, then we should start the building the model.
Beginning your model build without a destination means you will be building lists you may not need, cleaning data you might not use, and building modules that you either don't need or that duplicate functions.
So because of this, to avoid this duplicate calculation and everything, so the designing flow will start from the opposite to the this building flow.
Best practice is to design the opposite way you build. Start with the user experience or UX. This gives you the ability to know where you are going. Starting with the experience allows you to work backwards and build, so you are only adding what you need to the model, the right lists, modules, and calculations.
So designing flow will be, you should, what are the reports you need, so you should design that reports. So to prepare these reports, what are the modules should I create, and to create this module what are the list I should create. So in this way we should design the model.
In order to do this, you need to break down each process and think through each end user's experience in the model. Start at a very high level and slowly get into the details. A good starting point is asking these questions. What is the process being performed in Anaplan? Who are the users? How are the end users interacting with this model? In other words, what information do they need to make decisions? What information are they going to be inputting and or exporting? What is the end user's process? When they enter Anaplan, what are the steps they are going to be taking in order to perform their tasks?
So you can see here, before starting or designing the model, we should understand, so what is the process being performed in Anaplan. So if you are taking financial planning analysis model, what are the expenses you are getting into Anaplan, what are the like sales, and what is the revenue, each and every details, how we are going to get the details, that process we should understand. And who are the users, so who are the end users and what are their roles and responsibilities, what they are expecting from Anaplan, this thing we should understand. How the end user interacting with this model, so what are the details they need to upload, what are the details they need to upload, what are the data they want. So these type of requirement we should know. So what is the end user's process, so what end user will do first and what end user do next. So we have some procedure. So each and every, like if you understand the business exactly what are the things involved in the business, we need to understand all the steps, then only we can start the Anaplan model. So Anaplan is like, this is a technical term, we build model technical way. So but before this technical, like you can say building the model, this is a technical side, you will get some like interviewer, they will ask, did you work for functional side or technical side. What is the technical and what is the functional means? Understanding the businesses comes under the functional. Understanding the what are the reports they need and what are the how end user will upload the data, so what reports exactly they are expecting. So this is totally comes under the what requirement, understanding the requirement and understanding the business process. So these things comes under the functional side. And what is technical side means, to fulfill this requirement, what should we do, how we should create the logic for that report. So we create some modules. To prepare that modules, what are the logics we should create, how data should flow. So different module we prepare, calculations we do in our modules. This all these things comes under the building of the model, comes under the on a technical side. So this functional and technical side, both the things we should understand. An interviewer will ask, will you did you work for the technical side or functional side? Generally we should say I worked as a techno-functional role. Techno-functional role means nothing but I have even gathered information from end user, I have understood the end user requirement and I have designed the model, and then I have started the building the model. So this is the procedure we should explain for the each and every interviewer. Is it clear, Sudhir? What is the difference between the functional side and the technical side?
Yeah, functional is there. Can you explain again technical one?
So functional nothing but understanding the business process. What is the business
Yeah.
process? That is the functional. So and
Okay.
technical nothing but to fulfill their functional requirements. So we create the modules list, logics. This comes under the technical side. That's it.
Okay. Okay. Using Anaplan technology, fulfilling the end user requirement is nothing but technical.
Technical side.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So these are the major differences. We should say we have worked as a techno-functional role. So they expect we should know that functionality and technical both the ways they will expect, both the experience. We should not say only functional and we should not say only technical side. So we should say both the ways I have worked for a technical and functional side. So that will be helpful for us.
Work with the end users to sketch out prototypes or wireframes of the screens they will need. Let them take the lead when sketching. You will have a better understanding of what they need,
Asifu, I have a
and it will
doubt
help
here.
to get their buy-in. Work.
Yes.
Hello? Yeah, Asifu, as you mentioned, like understanding the requirement is like understanding the business requirement is a functional side, right?
Yes.
And fulfilling that business need is a technical one. What is like end user side would be?
End user side means business requirements only. End
Acha.
user, we use the Anaplan model, that is the end users.
Yeah. So then, if the interview asks which side you work, so we need to tell the technical side, right?
Techno functional role, what I told just now, we should
Yeah.
say techno functional role we
Both
have
both
worked.
techno functional role we have to use that word.
Yeah, techno-functional mean like end user, like as a model builder, techno-functional role builder, we work in the technical side and the functional side also.
Yes,
But
nothing but
but
what is mean by it. We have gathered the information, we have understood the business process of the end users, and we have designed the model and we have built the model. Generally, what happened? Let us see here. So, sometimes solution architect will gather the information and they will design the model, everything, and junior model builders will build the model. This is the technical side, and a solution architect is worked like functional side. Generally he gather the information, he attends the meeting, he for kickoff meeting, what are the reports they need, each and everything he will gather the information from the end user, solution architect or manager. So that comes under the functional role. So but what they are expecting means, nowadays, as if you are joined as a senior model builder or if you are keeping 3 years experience, they will expect from us, we should gather the information, we should take the details from the end user, and we should build the model. So these two things they are expecting, we should do these two things. That is known as a techno functional role.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
With the end users to sketch out prototypes or wireframes of the screens they will need. Let them take the lead when sketching. You will have a better understanding of what they need, and it will help to get their buy-in.
So we can say this designing of the model nothing but wireframes and prototypes and wireframes, you can say nothing but we are designing and we are putting the paper something on the or something what we are going to build the model. So that is comes under the preparation of prototypes and wireframes. And you can say even we have prepared technical design document, that is also fine. Technical design document are, we can say we have prepared like wireframes and prototype, both are the almost same.
Once you know what the end user needs to see or do with the model, you can start working backwards by thinking, if the user needs to see X, what data do I need? And how does it need to be manipulated for it to display as desired? For example, if we know we want reporting by customer and product, we understand that we need an output module with customer and product as dimensions.
So we can see here, if you know once what end user expecting, so according to their requirement we create the modules, and to build this module, so what are the list and time and versions we should create, that thing we can create. So this is the like first we design, so what are the things they need, then we start the build. So this is the procedure for the designing of the model. So in this way we can understand here. So then you can see here project user stories, use case and user story, you can see here project user stories. Send message as a rejoin everyone. Yes, are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
So we can see here project user stories. User stories, just now we have discussed what are the for Unicorn Candy Company financial planning analysis model. This is the use case for level 1 we are using financial planning analysis model. For which purpose means we are calculating here financial reports we are calculating, that is the reason we are saying this is a financial use case. What are the user stories? Nothing but what are the reports we are going to prepare, what are the things end user expecting from us. So and review their user stories and the examples of model UX pages to get an overview of the user experience outcomes that you are building the model for. So what we are going to build the models, you can see here what are the user experience pages we are going to build. So these are the user experience user stories, you can say. So user stories nothing but generally each and every interviewer they will ask what is your use case and user story. So if we are putting financial planning analysis, generally mostly we should get most requirement from the financial planning analysis model. So that is the reason we should keep 100% financial planning analysis model. So if we want to put like demand planning and supply chain planning, we can put as a second project. That is a different one. But here you can see like what should we do. Generally we should if we have requirement for financial planning project, we should show the recent project as a financial planning and past project as a demand planning. So they will ask questions on the financial planning. So if you have requirement like demand planning model, we should keep financial planning model past, and latest project we should keep the demand planning, so that they will ask from the demand planning model. So like that we should adjust our resume. Each and every time we should not keep same things. So we can see here what are the like user stories, nothing but what are the reports they are expecting. So main key end users for this financial planning analysis model, you can see these are the two end users. One is Chief Financial Officer, CFO at Unique and Candy Company. I need to be able to view the employee headcount and total expenses by department wise. This is his responsibility. Chief Financial Officer, he needs to know what is the employee headcount and total expenses by department wise he need. So if he needs these things, we need to show this report. Adjust employee drivers by country. So employee drivers nothing but for employees other than salary, whatever we are providing the benefits like car cost or bonus, all the extra allowances comes under the driver expenses, employee driver expenses. These things he should know. We can see here, see profit and loss data by the country and each month. He needs to know each and every month and each and every country what is the profit and loss they are getting. So he needs to know this data as well, profit and loss data as well. And then he needs to know like compare actual and budget and forecast version. Already I told like variance reports. Variance nothing but what we have estimated in past and what actual exact result we got. So what is the difference? How much we are lagging? So why we are lagging? This if you know the comparison, or variance report, so we can understand either we are on the right track or we are going on the wrong track. Can we understand or not? If you watch the reports, variance reports. Yes?
Yes.
So these are the major user stories for the Chief Financial Officer. Then you can see another user we have for financial planning analysis model, product planner at Unique and Candy Company. So why we required product planner means, so if you want to calculate profit and loss, should we know product sales or not? We don't need product sales, how much sales happened. There is no need to calculate. Without calculating the sales, do we get revenue? If I want to calculate revenue, so generally how you will get the revenue for any business? To get revenue, what are the things we should know basically? Generally, Sudhir, can you explain what is the revenue? How will get the revenue? Yes? How will get revenue generally?
Revenue, considering all the expenses like manufacturing cost and sales cost.
That
So
is not
after,
revenue. That is not revenue. Revenue, if you want to know revenue, you should know first of all number of sales and number of what is the price of that sales. That is known as a revenue, nothing but counter value. If you want to know counter value, what are the things exactly you should know for any business at any shop? In daytime, how many sales they done and what is the price of that each sale. If you know these two things, can you get counter value or not, revenue or not?
Yes. Yeah.
That's it. Number of sales and price of that products we should know. That is nothing but revenue. So you should go through all these things, terms, revenue, profit and loss, and cost. Cost nothing but at what price we are getting the product, that nothing but cost. What we are doing expenditure for particular product. Cost of the goods. Cost of the goods or cost of the product. That is the major difference. So anyway, like we should know, if I want to calculate revenue, profit and loss, I should know the number of sales, product cost and price. These things we should know. So that is the reason, even you can see here as a product planner, he should needs to know, like he needs to adjust what is the product cost and price for all unicorn candy company within the product family. He needs to adjust. So each and every year they will do this one, increase the annual percentage. I can make adjustments and see the how changes will impact for future pricing. So by doing this adjustment, cost and everything, how the future prices will, if you increase the cost, what should we do? Should we increase price, or at the same price should we sell any product? If the cost of the goods increase, what generally what happened? If petrol price will increase, then what happened? Transportation charges will increase, or they will keep same price. Yes.
Increases.
So 100% increase cost of for transportation. The cost is majorly like it diesel or petrol. So if the prices of the diesel or petrol increase, so their cost is increasing for the transportation purpose. So that is the reason. What will they do? Simply they will increase charges for each and everywhere in transportation. So that is the reason. If you increase the cost, we need to adjust the prices as well. So in this way you can see another thing, how much products we are selling by size wise and country wise. So these things also he should know, he needs to know. So these things we should know, and how the sales are impacting the revenue and margin percentage. So if you if you decrease the sales, if the sales are decreasing, will you increase your revenue or decrease the revenue? What happened? If the sales will decrease,
Revenue decreases.
so revenue as well decrease. Why? Means revenue totally depend upon the sales. Sales volume nothing but sales number. If the number of sales how much happened, in the same way you will increase the revenue. If they increase the revenue, so you will get more margin and more margin percentage and profit and everything. So these are the things we should calculate. We are going to calculate in our level 1 model building. So Sudhir, what are the user stories for the chief financial officer? What are the user stories for the product planner here in level 1 model building? Can you explain briefly?
So the chief financial officer, he will do the head count and total expenses by department, and just checking this profit and loss data by each region and month wise, and cross checking the comparing the actuals, budget and forecasting. So coming to product planner, he will he will check the how the sales and sales by country wise sales and size wise sales, and is related to products, deciding the product cost. So he will check the profit and loss and revenue margin and margin percentage. He is responsible for all these activities.
Okay, fine. And other end user?
End user means I did not get what is end user?
End user nothing but business people, like who use our Anaplan model.
Yeah, end user is using the UX pages So from UX pages, he is used to interact and he can review the data and analyze the data. And from there, he will take the decisions like how the sales are happened in past and what is the current situation of the sales and what is the performance of the each employee related to sales. And we can monitor everything in the UX pages in the graphical way, like different graphical way. So from there, you can able to take the quick decisions according to their business needs, and they can act quickly for their get their business into profit mode.
Yes. Yes, these are the things. So we can see here. Uh, Once if we after completing this user stories, you can see what are the reports we need to prepare here in level 1 model building. You can see here. So country wise margin summary they need, you can see. So country wise margin summary, you prepare here country list you have taken, and country wise margin summary, you can see margin, revenue, cost of sales, margin. So here what are the dimensions we are using? Country dimension and product dimension. So if I want to if I want to prepare this report, these are the dimensions I should prepare. They will show what they are expecting. So according to their expectation, we should build the model. So these are the reports they need. They will provide like this. So we
So
need,
this UX, with this UX page, we have to build that model, right? You seeing this one.
yes, we are going to build this one. All these reports we are going to build.
Okay. So from this chart, we have to understand what are the dimensions we have to put and the figures like that, right?
Yes. So at what dimension wise they want reports, country wise they want, then we should take the country list. Product wise they want, so we should take the product list. So like this we should understand. Country wise and product wise they want revenue, cost of sales, margin percentage. So that is the reason we should take these dimensions. So each and every year I want data. Year time should be taken year wise. If they want take month wise data, then instead of year we'll take time in months. So whatever the requirement they need, at what hierarchy wise, hierarchy nothing but what dimension wise they need, whether country wise, location wise, region wise, on the base of that one we can prepare the report. So exactly what they need, they will provide the generally like use case and user stories, whatever you have studied so far. So in same way, by analyzing that one, we can design these things, and by designing by watching this designing, we can create the modules, UX pages, everything we can create. Is it clear how the things are we need to understand? You can see here country size summary, user experience page. So country wise size summary, each and every size product, how we need to how we are going to sell 100-gram product, size wise summary. So you can see here size wise how we are going to sell, how much margin by size wise, 100-gram product how much we are getting margin. So you can see size wise, you can see margin here. So for to get size wise summary, what should we do? So you need to take size dimension. Simply revenue you are checking here, and size, different size you can take, you are taking size as a dimension here, and country wise you are taking dimension here. So these are the different things we need to understand. If I want to prepare any report, which hierarchy wise I should take. So by analyzing that one, so we can easily, size wise means size dimension we should take, country wise means country dimensions we should take. So at what hierarchy wise we should want, according to that one we can take the dimension. Country size summary, user experience page, country wise I am taking, size dimension I am taking 100-gram, 200-gram, 300-gram. Is it clear? On the base of their reports only we will take the dimensions, which dimension we should take. The country and size summary UX pages provide the end users with revenue, cost of sales, margin percentage data by country and product size. You can see what they are expecting report at what dimension wise, that dimensions we should take as a dimension in our modules. Is it clear for everyone? How we decide the which dimension we should take? Yes?
Okay.
So I hope everyone is clear. You can see what are the dimensions they want. They are clearly mentioning here. According to their dimensions, we should create the modules. Country size summary, price and cost growth assumption. So these three things comes under the product planner responsibilities. You can see country margin summary, country size summary, and product and cost growth assumptions per user experience page. You can see here employee expenses. This one comes under the financial planning user, their CFO responsibilities. Employee expenses user experience pages. How the expenses happening, profit and loss report. Who will do calculate this profit and loss report? Who needs to know profit and loss reports? Chief Financial Officer
CFO.
or product
CFO.
planner?
CFO.
CFO, exactly. So in this way, we need to understand who is the end user and what are the responsibility belongs to them. So these are the things we need to understand. So by understanding this one, we can build the model properly. So these are the user stories and financial user experience pages. Tomorrow we'll discuss these plans and disco rules. So what are the plans and disco rules? Why should we use these rules? So each and every interviewer, they will ask what are the plans and disco. So why means these are the rules and regulation to the build the model. Everyone should follow. These are the standard rules. Without following these plans and disco rules, our model will not be effective. That is the reason everyone should follow these plans and disco rules while building this model. Whatever model you build, we should follow these plans and disco rules. These are basic guidelines and everyone should follow. Without following, we can't prepare effective model. So that is the reason every interviewer, they will ask what are the optimization techniques. So optimization techniques are how you can build the model effectively. So each and every way they will ask. Then we should say we should follow plans and disco rules. Everything we should include whenever they ask some rules regarding the Anaplan model. So I hope everyone is clear, and I can wrap up session here. So tomorrow we'll discuss regarding the plans and disco rules. And is it clear for everyone what I am trying to cover here?